A political earthquake shook from Staten Island all the way up through the Bronx. Zoran Mandani rode a wave of progressive energy, becoming the next mayor of New York City. He'll take office on New Year's Day. Mandani's win marks several historic firsts. He becomes the city's first Muslim mayor, the first South Asian mayor, and at just 34 years old, the youngest mayor of more than a century in New York City. He's also a self-described democratic socialist. On Tuesday night, his message to supporters was clear.
New York, tonight you have delivered a mandate for change, a mandate for a new kind of politics, a mandate for a city we can afford, and a mandate for a government that delivers exactly that.
All right, it's not just New York seeing that kind of political shift. Here in Atlanta, voters in one of the city's most diverse and fast-changing districts have elected self-proclaimed Democratic Socialists to the City Council. And she's joining me right here now. Kelsea, welcome to the show.
Hello, happy to be here.
And congratulations to you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. All right, so first off, what does it mean for you professionally, this win, when you get this win, and how you're going to represent Atlanta?
Yeah, so my background is I'm a community and labor organizer. I'm a former union member, so I've spent years organizing with Starbucks workers, UPS Teamsters, and this shows in the way that we ran this campaign. We knocked on 35,000 doors, speaking to voters directly about the issues that matter to them, and I'm hoping to bring that experience as an organizer into City Hall along with me to build a more democratic and transparent city government.
Yeah, you said you were losing your voice still from what happened last night. Talk to me about that. When you saw the results, what went through you? Oh,
wow. We were expecting a victory. We were not expecting this much of a landslide. District 2 voters made themselves heard loud and clear that they're ready for change. They're ready for something different than the status quo.
Yeah, you are a Democratic Socialist.
Yes.
Explain to us what that means for somebody who may not know or maybe be afraid of that title.
Yeah, so to me, Democratic Socialism means the extension of democracy into all spheres of life. Right now, we're not really living in a democracy in the United States. We have fascists in the White House who are suppressing the vote. We're having voter rolls purged by our state government. And it also means the extension of democracy into the workplace. That means that I want to uphold union rights and supporting workers who are organizing in their workplaces. So we need to build democracy everywhere, and that's what our campaign is all about. Yeah,
you got a big stretch that you cover, right? I understand you got little 5 Points, Midtown, you got Emden Park, Ponce, City Market. How will you balance the economic growth and affordability in that area?
Yeah, so I mean, the cost of housing in Atlanta right now is through the roof, and this has really been exacerbated in quickly growing districts like District 2. So we have to make sure that we're keeping Atlanta affordable while also building enough housing that's actually affordable for the folks who already live here.
You talked about making government accessible. How do you plan to do that for the residents?
Yeah, so I mean, we saw these last several years like an attempt to put a referendum to vote on Cop City on the ballot, and those referendum petition signatures were not really respected or heard by our city government. And so I want to make sure that voters feel like when they speak up, when they want to vote on an issue and we have a referendum, they truly have that right is respected, and that everybody has a pipeline to get involved in our democratic process.
Yep. All right. So you're going to be working with Mayor Dickens, right? Is it more of a collaboration, contrast in some areas? What is it? Tell it to us.
You know, we will disagree on things, but I truly believe that we all want Atlanta to work for everybody. My main angle is I believe that corporate influence and developer money plays too much a role in our city's decision-making process, which is why my campaign refused all contributions from corporations and private developers. And I think it starts with getting corporate influence out of the democratic process.
Yeah. Tell me what success looks like by the end of your term.
Yeah, so I am really hoping to tackle housing affordability. I'm glad that's already an issue for this current administration. I also think it's really important to expand public transit because Atlanta is a quickly growing city. We are, one of the worst cities for traffic in the country, and that starts with really investing in public transit, building Beltline Rail, and upholding our promises to carry out the More MARTA referendum project list.
Yeah, can't wait for that now. Traffic is something around here.
That's right.
So if someone is looking at this right now and they want to know how you're going to be representing them, what would you say to them right now?
I would say I'm really seeking to be an accessible city council person. I'm planning to have regular events in the district to be accessible to voters. Many voters had our canvassers knock on their door several times, and I think that goes to, you know, my investment in going out of my way to talk to voters face to face and really hear from them.
There you go. Kelsea Bond, thanks so much.
Thank you so
Congratulations
much.
once again. Thank you for joining us here on The Take.
Thank you.
And we'll probably have you back again.
Awesome. Love it.